for people who are investing only, then I think just understanding that every new technology fundamentally will have a huge fluctuation because the product market fit, the right mature model are still being explored. You can consider every day there were tons of experiments being running and anticipate the majority of them will fail. That's the nature of innovation and experiments.
Everyone, we're with CEO of TrustWallet, Eowyn Chen, and in my opinion, one of the smartest people in crypto and Web3. So it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Hi, guys.
I want to start everything off with this. Why do you believe in crypto so much? I've been seeing the way you talk, the interviews that you have. It feels that there's such a conviction in it. What's the substance into that?
I think everything, ultimately, you believe in something, there is something bigger than yourself.
Okay.
I don't believe in crypto because of it's making money. I believe that the internet does need a value chain.
Okay.
The blockchain technology have the best opportunity to be that fundamental layer transfer that can change the relationship of different interactions on the internet. It sounds a little bit complicated, but I just think that's the right way.
Okay.
That's the right thing, and that's the most sustainable relationship between company, like KOLs, creators, like you are, and the users in the longer term.
Okay. Did it come from you getting into Bitcoin first, or and then knowing the other tokens later? Was there like a turning point for you that it made you realize that, okay, this is not something that's just gonna be a fad? Because for me, my background has been, I've been in the stock market for 16 years. So when I first heard about Bitcoin, it felt too good to be true for me. This is gonna dump and then it's not gonna go back anymore. But when I saw it a decade after, still holding its value, that's when I studied it more. When I read the Bitcoin white paper, it totally changed the way I saw it, and then I saw it as something more than just a coin, but a piece of technology. What was it for you?
I first learned about Bitcoin and crypto was 2014, and guess what occasion it is?
Okay.
Mongol hack.
Okay.
I guess that's not a very helpful to believe in the space. But at the time, I just thought that's an interesting concept, and like you. I was in the fintech. I was in a financial consulting management firm in New York. So I was like, this is interesting, but we don't know whether that's gonna stay. And I didn't dig into the Bitcoin white paper. Okay. I think the time that I truly dig into the white paper was in 2017, the ICO craze. And that was the time, I think, again, do your own research. When you truly dig into what is the background, like Bitcoin paper came out in 2018 when the financial crisis hit, that gives a much better context to understand what is the problem that you're trying to solve. And that was the time, I think, that narratives, that context, and the vision and the dream that Bitcoin tries to solve, I think is very empowering, encouraging. But nothing will truly turn into action, at least for me, until there are people that I trust and I see their lives being changed and transformed. So I was in San Francisco at the time, and luckily after 2017, half of the guys in the city are talking about shitcoin. But the bubble was so big, I cannot tell whether it was fad or it was substantial. So when 2018, when the bubble actually bursted, I thought now it's a good time to look into it. And there were still people believing it, people that I truly admire building that. I think that also gives me the confidence that it's not just a grand, too good to be true concept. There are more people believing it, and it can be done together. Okay,
you mentioned something very interesting about the people that's being helped by the piece of technology. What do you think is it disrupting and changing? What is it actually doing to make life better? Because that's really what tech is. Either it makes things more efficient, makes things easier. What did you see in it that was part of that?
I think it makes things easier. It gives people opportunity to participate that otherwise they don't. Even though right now ICO sometimes be seen as a negative things, but it was innovating in terms of fundraising. Previously, general everyday people don't get a chance to participate in venture investing funding. But ICO is innovative in the sense that it gives people that venture participation opportunity. But if you truly look at the data, 99% of the venture fails anyway, just like in the ICO stage. This goes beyond just Bitcoin, right? So, but Bitcoin, the whole idea is that now everyone have a chance to participate in something like gold. If you go anywhere, what is the opportunity for you to buy gold as a commodity? There are not that much channels. But Bitcoin gives a play opportunity to efficiently hold the same amount and the concept of rarity, immutability for the first time that is efficient. So that's Bitcoin, and then Ethereum ICO opens up a lot more opportunity for changing the way of a relationship between users, the companies, creators through token economics. And that is something I think is a great stuff for our space, is to ensuring that opportunity. Where if you look at any other parts of the industry, there are not that many ground zero up opportunities out there that as a builder, as a developer, you could easily do something cheap, lower cost, and still making big impact.
I want to ask this. It's an amazing piece of technology. It's a good way for people to fundraise. However, it's volatile. What I want to ask is this. What do you say to yourself, and what do you think about when you see large dumps, large movements down, or there's a lot of, because it's new, there's a lot of uncertainty in the space, and for you who's been entrenched from a technology perspective, what do you say to yourself every time it goes down?
Oh, that's a hard one. Like, I suck at trading. don't listen to me for investment suggestions. That's why I'm a builder. That's my value proposition. For me, how I interpret this is that I see fundamental values in this create values for society. That's why I chose building, because there is a way to get to that valuation, or kind of substantiate that valuation through creating the right impact. For people who are investing only, then I think just understanding that every new technology fundamentally will have a huge fluctuation, because the product market fit, the right mature model are still being explored. You can consider every day there are tons of experiments being running, and anticipate the majority of them will fail. That's the nature of innovation and experiments. Have to think very strongly on principle and be able to sustain a period of time is what I think a more reasonable way that a normal people can do. Other than that, you have to compete with all the bots for algorithm, for trading more frequently. At least I suck at it, so I don't know how other people do.
But do you get scared? Do you get worried, or not as much anymore?
Not as much anymore, because for example, Bitcoin, right? Let's just use the most common one. If the value proposition that you create is very similar to gold, well, people might say that no, it's not anything else. But okay, my thesis is that it is still very similar to gold in the digital format. Then at least Bitcoin should be the gold's market value, right? So what is the market value right now until 10 trillion of the gold's valuation? That's an opportunity. So no matter Bitcoin's fluctuation in the short term, that doesn't change my thesis until if there are certain data points that prove that the Bitcoin doesn't serve the same property and pain points in society as gold, then I need to have a new benchmark to think about. Then what's the value it's going to be? Everyone needs to have their own thesis that they have. They collect the data points, they modify their data points, but unless on first principle, if things don't change, then there's no need to change the position.
Got it. And that's what makes this interview amazing. It's like microcellular level conviction.
Oh, really?
For Bitcoin.